Yo, what's up guys, so welcome back. Konami revealed a lot of new cards earlier today and basically all upgrades to well-known cards essentially, but the most important thing is that I think everyone already saw it is the the art, the over art, so that the entire card is the featured monster. And we saw Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, stuff like that, but the first one we are trying out today is the new Stardust. The new Stardust one, which I've read, oh man, this is a new Baronne the Fleur band in the TCG. It's not necessarily the same. The thing is, it's a level 8. It's a generic level 8, so it's very easy to make. And the thing is that as soon as it's face up on the field, if your opponent hand traps you, like essentially when your opponent chains or activates a card, chains essentially to your activated card, I don't know, Ash Blossom to your search, you can Stardust-like tribute your new Stardust to negate the activation. So I guess it's the Stardust Dragon essentially, but instead of destruction, it prevents the activated hand trap in response to your card. That's important. And it also has a graveyard effect, you will see in a few moments. So first of all, obviously you want to get this out as soon as possible, probably in your level 8 synchro deck. The problem is that it does not negate Nip. Well, it does if your opponent chains Nip to a card effect, but they're not that stupid, I guess, if they read cards. So essentially it's not your Nip counter, but I feel like you saw, like it was Impulse. Impulse chain to your search or your summon essentially, so you can use the Stardust and set it up in the graveyard. Now, its graveyard effect is that, if you tributed a monster in that turn, that's once per turn, you can banish the Stardust to special summon a Stardust monster from the extra deck. But correct me if I'm wrong, I think the OG Stardust, is the only target for this. I might be wrong. Because like the other, level 12 Stardust monsters you're playing in, other synchro decks, they need to be synchro summoned, I think. I think so. And this states that it's, at least the monster is going to be special summoned. But again, I might be wrong, so correct me. Correct me if I'm wrong. So essentially your end board, we've seen this before. With the new Albus support, you're locked into quite conveniently level 8 synchro monsters, but nothing prevents you from going for a second Stardust. So as soon as during your opponent's turn they want to chain to any of your cards, you can negate the card effect, tribute the Stardust, essentially. So that's really sweet. Like this particular follow-up engine for Swordsoul, I feel is okay to go for the Iris Swordsoul. You could maybe make more bricks, as in Cartesia and stuff like that. Potentially give you the potential fusion summon during their turn, but you're just adding more cards to the main deck, which I don't feel is needed. And also looking at the extra deck, because I'm running more Tennis now compared to the build I uploaded a couple of weeks ago, featuring the new Albus cards. So also the new Synchro rights. Anyway, so we know the last set, we go for the Ecclesia Synchro banish itself. Yeah, because we're able to send it back Omega style from our graveyard, set things up again. And go for Berserker. Yeah, both Stardust are already gone, but this should be more than enough. Double attack essentially. So the next one, this was fantastic. So I prefer Tenny Pile. It gives you, you're running more than 40 cards in a main deck, lowering the chances of you drawing into those bricks, right? The stuff you don't want to draw. Looking at, the Springen's card. Is it the Springen's card level 4 that, essentially you want to fool the shit to the graveyard. And then, when you banish stuff, you can banish it, special summon Ecclesia. So get Stardust out first. But we're getting, not banishment, you'll see. So Xishao for another search, which, like our field here is fantastic. We get Imperp though, so no search, we chain, destroy, which... okay. Which I don't think this was a correct... The thing here is that... No, I'm not going to spoil things, but I'll talk about it in a few moments. So again, essentially the same board. Go for Ecclesia, banish. Fallen of Albus, we can extend with, like the 3 Tenny cards, at least the extender for Tennis, another Stardust, once per turn, right? And here, I definitely did not expect the Nip. But we can follow up because we can banish the Synchro, go for Stardust, which doesn't do that much in nowadays format. It does, I mean, there are some cards that destroy, so I guess going for a free Stardust is fine. Plus we still have plays, right, during their turn. It is Draco Tail, so let's see. We look at the 5 mana, if it's there, okay, then it's fine. It's not, so we can immediately blow both cards away, because now we are going for Ecclesia, quick effect, to go for the Iris Swordsoul, like, just in case if they go for the Fusion Summon, we can still do stuff, banish a card, yada. Which they have, so they have the Rahu, Brilliant Fusion, and they reveal all the cards, so this is a problem, this is a huge problem. So they have the Arthalion for another bounce, so this is bounce 2, I guess. And actually Stardust in this matchup could be really solid, because again, there are Draco Tail cards that destroy. The problem is that, okay, they can negate Stardust on field effect, right? But at the same time, they can chain block Stardust, right? Stardust needs to activate its effect directly, you know, upon the card that destroys. Like here, Pan, for example, or the Gulamil, for example, but again, its effect is negated. So we are just leaving it on the field. Anyway, so both fusions on field, Nip is not going to be live, but the problem here is they are setting up basically for next turn. The potential big win or potential big push next turn, so we have to play towards it, I guess. The problem is the Draco Tail trap that bounces, so we have to play around it if it's possible. So you go for Taya, let's see if they do something. Yeah, I think we knew they had 5 mana, plus they can pop it to Gulamil. Well, this is a problem, because now we don't have an extender. Plus we locked ourselves into level 8 synchros. I mean, it's fine, because again, we don't have any other place. Both monsters are 3k, and again, they're setting themselves up basically for next turn. Some normal summon Moye, which does get bounced, which kind of makes sense. Okay, prevents another draw, which I guess is fine. We can still go for the synchro summon. Yeah, Berserker, but I mean, it's not going to do that much. We're just crashing into one of the monsters. Berserker was our only target left here. So we're still in this. The fusion is fine. We tag out. I guess saying that I want to put up as many monsters as possible to survive. I guess, because we still have the Nip, right? Like, our only win condition is that if they run into Nip. So Ecclesia returns, doesn't really do that much, because again, they will be able to either destroy or negate its effect, plus that there's nothing really to special summon. So they go all in, I guess. Fair enough, right? Not so sure if you're really expecting Nip even in a, what is it, well over 40 cards deck. So what is it, Chain Link number 5, all of the big fusions are special summoned, and I think they special summoned 5 times, at least 5 times. Arthalion hits the field from the graveyard, another search, but they're running out of resources essentially, so yeah, negated. Like here, like the chain links don't matter now, like imagine now, you know, Ecclesia resolving, special summon a Swordsoul from the deck, but I guess here display lowers the stat points from the Nip token, but it doesn't do that much, it's still at 10k, whatever. So, like the Long Yuan was a fantastic top deck. I probably should play Long Yuan at 3. Because of this, like making Changing, but the extra deck is somewhat tight. So Changing banish 2, we get rid of the token, and this should be more than enough, because we know all the lost cards. Do they have any fusions left? I'm not so sure. I mean, we know both cards, right? We know the 5 mana and something else. Both monsters, but that's not enough. They go for the synchro summon, or fusion summon rather. So Shisha, we draw, and we search, but that's essentially it. So this was a really cool one, but this new Stardust is not your new Baronne card, unless your opponent doesn't read, obviously, right? If they chain Nip to something, but obviously they won't do that. But it's a strong card, it's a really strong card. Any level 8 generic synchro deck can play this card, and the fact that you can special summon a free Stardust monster from your extra deck, that's kind of pretty solid. That's kind of insane as well. You know, Konami might give this deck more support in the future. So really nifty. So let's see what other cards, you know, Konami revealed to try out. Okay, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.